Oh, we just go live. There's no numbers, no nothing. We're live.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. We
Where
usually get
are we?
numbers. We're in StreamYard.
I know we're in StreamYard.
Oh, I don't know.
We're in America.
We are in America. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I wanna...
Hey, so how's everybody doing today? So it's me.
Are you in the group? Are you in the group? What?
I'm on my regular personal page.
Oh, well, then why did I broadcast through the group?
I always share it with the group. So
right.
Super cool. Yeah, because we're doing a 30-day live challenge right now.
Is this day 3? No, this is day 2.
This is day 2. Yesterday was day 1.
Yeah. I thought yesterday was the 3rd day.
Today is day 2. I don't think I knew what day it was.
R2 day 2.
Have you noticed that the days just kind of meld into one right now? It's just so crazy. I don't even know what day it is.
They just all blend together. I have no idea when a weekend is or a weekday is.
I know. A friend of mine came over today, or called up and was just like, I don't know what day it is. Do you know what day it is?
What day is it?
I don't know.
Can we schedule it correctly? That's the question.
Thursday.
Let me share to my personal page.
Link out for anybody that wants to join us. Of course, it's going out. I still haven't figured that out. For some reason, my links always want to go out on YouTube and not on Facebook.
Yeah, that's maybe a question for the
I got
StreamYard powers that be.
I have to figure that one out. But anywho, I am going to put the link in. If anybody would like to join us, you're more than welcome to pop in. We got all kinds of exciting things to talk about today, don't we, Dr. V?
Oh, man.
Yeah. we both spent the day doing our SBA stuff.
Yeah. And apparently I missed one little box someplace to click it.
That's typical, though. They try to hide those boxes so that you can't make it all the way through. It's a test. It's a test of your courage.
Test of courage. Test of my patience is what it is.
It's definitely a test of that. That's for sure.
I'm sending it to my Dr. Vogelman page.
Hey, so who's watching us today?
I don't know, but there's several people in there. They should just pop in and say hi.
Yeah, come on, pop in and say hi. I posted the link if you'd like to pop in. We'd love to have you.
How are you?
I'm hoping Ed pops in sometime. He's fixed his camera now.
Wait, Mr. Ed?
Mr. Ed Winslow.
Well, that's a different Mr. Ed.
Different Mr. Ed. That Mr. Ed is a horse, talking horse.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course, a horse.
Yeah. So that was a fun day today, working on all that stuff.
I'm trying to share some. You can share this as a message. That's kind of interesting.
Do all kinds of stuff.
Apparently I can do a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
I could send it to a guy named JohnPaduchak.
Anybody do StreamYard that goes to Facebook and YouTube at the same time? I'm trying to figure out how to answer comments on both, but for some reason I can only answer comments on YouTube all the time.
That is YouTube. Really hard.
It is hard, and it says it sends the comments to all when I look at it on the thing. But for some reason, now it's saying, now I get a little thing on the bottom that says can't post comments to some destinations.
Oh, it could be because like groups and things like that. I'm not really sure.
Facebook profiles you can read but not post. Oh, that's why.
Oh.
Facebook page, I'm okay. Well, that answers that question. So next time, if you want to watch us broadcast, go watch from my page and Dr. V's page, I guess.
Yeah, my page, because it's on my page right now, the Dr. Christopher Vogelman page. Yeah.
So that's where we're going to have to go next time. Pages.
That's really crazy. So do you want to broadcast it from a page?
It says if I select that as the destination, one of the primary destinations, we can post.
And then you share from that destination
to personal. Would be the way
that makes total sense. I was questioning why we weren't doing that, but
it does. Hey, I don't know.
You're the tech.
I have more friends on my personal page because, as you know, health-wise, I've been, kind of pseudo out of business for a while.
Less healthy than optimal.
Less than optimal. Yes, less than optimal health. It's the thing. What can we do? That's the way it works. I am feeling good. Yeah, thank you for asking.
Good.
I have never been better.
No more kryptonite for you, young man.
I know. We had a great session today. I did a really cool thing that I've been wanting to do for some time.
Yeah.
I had a a client.
Good.
I brought all the way from getting him started on YouTube at like ground zero and bringing him all the way up to posting and doing live video. And so he's got his YouTube channel started. He never did anything on social media. He's now posting to his social media regularly. He's doing a live video every Monday. And it was cool to interview him and kind of go through all of that and just see how far he's gone. Because, it gets kind of mundane and boring just posting to your YouTube page, getting that set up. But the minute you start to go live, and it was great to just see the smile open up on his face when he started talking about going live. It was just, it's priceless. Priceless. And for others, it's MasterCard, but it's priceless.
So he wasn't afraid doing it?
No. At first, I thought he was going to be, but Paul Bradley Smith, how you doing?
Paul!
Good to see you.
Paul is great. Paul is he's a branding expert.
Awesome.
And he does. Paul, it's so sad that I forget your social branding. I forget the name. You can drop your link in there.
Yeah, we should have Paul on for that.
So I know Paul through Ted Rubin. You might know too. From
Branding
the Google Hangout days. So.
And branding's a great thing to talk about.
Yeah. Wait, what are we talking about?
I said branding would be a great thing to
branding.
Talk about because everybody's rebranding, reinventing after this, right?
Well, everybody's doing it.
I'm rebranding at the moment.
You should rebrand too.
I am.
What's your brand, man?
I am. I haven't quite got it nailed down.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the videos or social videos, and I've been trying to tie videos and social media together for me.
The social video.
Social brand connector. Paul Bradley.
That's it. Social brand connector. Sorry.
Cool.
Sorry.
Very cool. Nice to meet you, Paul.
Paul lives here in Coronado, which is great. It's nice to have a well-connected, super duper person who understands all the online stuff and branding and everything else. So.
I have a little of that. I have a couple people that live close by that I can connect with every now and then, which is nice.
Ironically, he moved to a place close by, and we're both relatively close, but we have not physically seen each other since our relative moves.
Oh, man. Empathy, kindness, thoughtfulness, and generosity are the single most valuable actions. They certainly are. Yeah. This is one of those things that brings out the best and the worst. And fortunately, I have really seen the best lately, which is cool. It's great to see that.
I told you this before, that my dad used to say, when you squeeze an orange, you get orange juice. And when you put enough pressure on somebody, you'll see what kind of juice is inside of them.
Oh, well, thank you, Paul. I'm glad you like our topics. We try to keep up with timely stuff. Trying to hone in a little bit better, though.
We will. This is a work in progress.
This is a work in progress. This week has been mostly testing the technology, seeing what we like and don't like.
And sometimes the technology gets a little pretty testy by itself.
All brands should be practicing these. I mean, what better way? Most people would love to be on TV and don't have the budget for it, right? The news.
I don't have the makeup budget for it.
Facebook Live all the time. So, I mean, you're basically on TV. No budget. Zero. This costs you nada.
Well, it costs you for the app, though. You do have to.
Well, if you use
that's minimal.
You don't have to use the app.
No, that's true. You can just go straight
Facebook for free.
That's true. That's absolutely true. But
Dr.
you miss out on the Google juice.
Dr. Vogelman is a wonderful human being. Yeah.
We
just recently met.
Yeah, just last week, mind you.
Last week through a mutual friend of ours. And we hit it off. We both were brought up in Western New York.
We're Western New Yorkers.
Yeah, we're Western New Yorkers.
Go Bills, or if you're a
go Red Sox.
Patriot. Red Sox, I'm okay with.
I don't know. I still root for the Bills.
I've never been to Fenway though. It's really sad.
It is cool.
I've only been to National League stadiums.
I went this summer. I took my friend Mark Hardy. We went to Fenway Park. Got some great pictures. Oh man, it was awesome. I did some of those. How I've got my 3D photos.
Yeah,
I did the big panoramics of Fenway. Oh man, that's cool.
Did you use the Green Monster as a green screen?
I got the Green Monster. That would be interesting.
Wouldn't that you get down in the field on a tour and that is your green screen?
That would be awesome.
I thought so.
I should have that printed up for a background. The green monster behind me.
Anyway.
Yeah. Wear my socks hat.
Socks hat.
Green monster.
Wear your red socks.
It's pretty cool.
Ted Rubin loves his socks. I do remember that.
Yeah.
He has all the different kinds of socks.
It's a fun team, fun place. Great place to go see a game. So
yeah. I used to like Busch Stadium, and Nationals Park in DC is amazing because that's a relatively new stadium.
I missed baseball season not starting on time.
Yeah.
Very sad.
This season is definitely a swing and a miss.
It is. Yeah.
but just remember to smile.
Mm-hmm. Little painted rocks.
I found this painted rock on my walk today, just before Monica and I did our
cool.
podcast. Yeah. So there's one or more than one person in Coronado who paints rocks and places them in various locations for people to find. Now, in case you're wondering if I practiced good hygiene, I picked up the rock with a paper towel, took it home. I then put the I put isopropyl alcohol on it.
Sprayed it with Lysol.
Sterilized it. Yeah, it's my new lifestyle, which is don't touch anything.
Heated it up with a blowtorch.
Stuck it in the microwave. Destroyed the microwave, but the rock is safe.
It is just such a weird world, isn't it?
Totally weird.
I was driving around today. It's like driving around a ghost town.
Yeah.
I've just never seen so few people on the road.
So in the 30-day challenge group,
yes,
I posted directly. I used, of course, I did the vertical orientation, my phone. By the way, that's, in case you're wondering, that's Bora Bora. That Bora Bora.
Bora Bora.
We adore you. That was our honeymoon back in 2015.
Awesome.
Bora Bora. That was just like surprisingly affordable if you go through Costco's travel desk.
Costco is awesome.
Yeah, Costco is awesome. So, but I was concerned about the wind. Actually, you made a comment in there. I was concerned about the windage coming through my earbuds, which, by the way, I'm sorry I don't have mine, but because you have some, we're not getting feedback this time.
Okay, that's why I always wear them. Because it's unusual actually, but my monitor has speakers on it. But the speakers are down low.
Yeah.
And then if I not careful, it comes up through my microphone. Mm-hmm. So I really kind of have to, where the earbuds are better.
Oh, did I improve the sound? Because what I did was I turned down my left broken speaker dramatically.
Probably.
Good. Okay. I was thinking of just doing it completely off, but it really sounds bad when I do
We got a couple people watching us. Who's watching today?
Right. Who's here?
Leave a comment. Let us know.
Leave a comment. Let us know you're alive. Let us know you are not a Russian bot.
Yeah. Tell us how you're doing.
How you doing? Somebody's out there.
Now they said that somebody left.
Yeah, because they're afraid. We have more lurkers than anybody else.
I know. Probably.
It's okay. I know people are busy.
Exactly.
Waiting for their food delivery.
Busy times. Waiting for the next thing to come up on Netflix.
Yay. Yeah, there is solid. You were right about that. There is only so much Netflix you can watch. I think what's the one with the tigers?
PBS. I don't know. What is that about?
It's all the rage. It's trending. It's like Tiger something or other.
Don from Lakeside. Hey, Don.
Don from Lakeside.
Welcome. Lakeside where? Lakeside.
Yeah, good thing. There's an East Lake here in San Diego County, but that's not the same.
Lakes everywhere. Lakeside where?
The land of 1,000 lakes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We get a lot of lakes in New Hampshire, surprisingly enough. I think tonight's a good time. We got quite a few people watching tonight.
Oh, Paul Bradley Smith. He says that this is a good one, apparently. So
Hey, so what's the deal with the tiger something?
It's a Netflix thing. It's a
Netflix thing. Oh. I was wondering about that.
Tiger King.
Somebody was talking about that today. I'm like, what is Tiger King?
Yeah, it's not Burger King. It's Tiger King.
California.
But you don't eat the tigers. They might eat you.
Dr. V's in California, too.
I am.
Michelle Sheets. Your sister's watching this. Oh, my God.
Michelle.
How was line dancing, Michelle?
I hope the line dancing was good.
Line dancing on Zoom last night.
Zooming through line dancing.
Don's from Tewksbury, Mass. Man, you're like right near me.
Tewksbury. All right.
I'm right here in lovely Hudson, New Hampshire, just above you a little bit.
Hudson.
That's cool. Nice to meet you, Don. Do I know you from somewhere? I must know you from somewhere. I'm just trying to place it.
From the Book of Faces.
It's funny when you start looking at people and go, I know that person from somewhere. Where is
your nostrils look familiar?
I know, right? I know. And then I have all these interesting people trying to friend me up these days.
Some of these friendly people aren't as friendly as I'd like
them. Not friendly at all. No. I have 2 pictures and no timeline.
Yeah. There's 2 pictures, no timeline, where they have something like, and there's no education, no work, and they've never lived anywhere.
Right. Somewhere.
If you're going to create a fake profile, for God's sakes, do a good job.
Exactly.
I just think, there's got to be a little more effort put into there. You're going to create a fake personal brand.
Mm-hmm. A very fake personal brand.
Very fake, very personal. I tried to share to my Dr. Christopher Vogelman page, and it did not come up. Only Monica's did. So I'm going to try it again, because with StreamYard ain't supposed to be so hard. Yeah, I still have my New England accent from speaking with John, even though he still has a Western New York accent.
I know, it's weird. I can shift in and out.
Shape-shifting. Accent shifting.
I'm an accent shifter.
I am full of shift.
Yeah, that's for sure. But your sister probably already knows that.
Oh, she knows it. She's full of it too. Our dad used to say to us, he once turned to me and he says, Christopher, you're really full of it. I was hoping you meant brains. That was my hope.
I hear you. Always a way. So let's see. What should we talk about today?
Well, so far we've touched briefly on branding, because you were talking about how you were rebranding.
Yeah, I was rebranding, and then I was just talking to another woman in our challenge.
Yeah.
Who is into branding. She said, "Oh, I'd love to come on and talk about branding."
That's perfect.
We should get Paul on. We can all talk about branding someday.
Yeah, I mean he's a big time social branding person.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It would be a lot of fun. Especially since we're all stuck indoors.
I know. What else can we do? It's a good time.
Branding.
Exactly. So branding would be good.
Hey, it finally appeared.
Oh, awesome.
On my Dr. Vogelman page. But it's taken me twice to do it, and I don't know why.
And then next Monday, we're talking about email with Troy McDonald. Not
female, but email.
Yeah. And email is one of those things that most people just don't use the way they should. Lots of businesses have it.
Yep.
They just don't know how to use it and keep up with their audience, or vice versa.
Yeah, I've done email campaigns for people. It's actually a lot of fun. But everybody has their own particular platform that they like. I know some people like they like MailChimp. I try to get people off get the monkey off their back.
Yeah.
But I do like ActiveCampaign. Other people I know, ConvertKit. There's folks who are, gosh, what's the old standby people use?
Ted Rubin thinks you're okay for branding, Paul.
He's
just okay.
Paul is marginally okay.
You're just marginally okay.
But he needs to smile.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like G Suite. Love my G Suite.
Yeah, G Suite is good. And because you can send. I think the limit is as high as 5,000 in a single blast.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Without violating terms of service.
Something else I was looking at. I set up something with G Suite the other day, and it didn't want to send more than like 250 emails.
Oh yeah.
But that's probably just because starting an account for the first time, maybe.
Yeah. We've also, I've actually pruned some of my wife's Maggie's lists, because there were a lot of people who just weren't opening emails for like over 2 years and then a year or so. And so I just kept bringing it down so that because we're paying a lot of extra money for just dead weight. And so I'd rather have a list of 1,000 super fans than have, 10,000 people who almost never open up anything, because you're paying for them. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah, I know. Exactly. I'm just watching what Paul's writing over here.
What's Paul writing now?
Bold brands speak like a child, focusing on human empathy and emotion. So true.
It is true.
It's totally true.
Oh, so Paul's using MailChimp and
ActiveCampaign. Yeah, we've been using MailChimp for my wife's business, mostly because her scheduler is tied into it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but they deliver well.
It's fine. I mean, it used to be pretty nasty, and we used to. It's just like when you talk about boosted posts on Facebook, like friends don't let friends do boosted posts, and it was the same thing for a while. MailChimp had terrible deliverability. Sorry, and
they really improved that. Yeah, they definitely improved. I said they've definitely improved their deliverability.
Yeah,
because then they used to have. I'm trying to think of what it was called, but it was like SendGrid.
I have SendGrid, but I used it to just.
But the one MailChimp had their own thing, like SendGrid, that was their own emailer, and that was very reliable, and they were great with it.
Hey, but we'll talk email next week.
Monday we'll talk email.
Well, I cough.
And then
I couldn't find I couldn't find the mute button, which is way down here. That's the one thing. If you mute yourself, it's way.
I have a great suggestion on deliverability for MailChimp. Do tell. I don't really try to mail to too many people on MailChimp, so
yeah,
I think we have.
Every platform's a little bit different. I know some bloggers who are just in love with ConvertKit, but and also, but you always have to consider almost all of these autoresponders have affiliate links. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes when somebody's recommending something to you, the question in my mind is, are they getting an affiliate commission out of this thing or not? Yeah, if it's not, I tend to believe they're a little bit more sincere about it. But that's not saying that you never should buy something through somebody's affiliate link. I mean, if you know, love, and trust them, there's no reason why you wouldn't support their lifestyle so they can still breathe and project out Facebook Lives.
Exactly. Yeah. Like us. Support us so we can breathe and project out Facebook Lives.
Help us to help you.
That's right. And we're going to help you, believe me.
We've actually decided to do 365 days, which is, I think that is something that people would question our sanity. Mm-hmm. But hey, if I'm on a respirator, I'm still going to talk to you from a respirator.
Or behind a mask.
I'll at least give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
I know. I think you're right, Paul. That is one of the best things to do is API your domain to your hosting company. Help with deliverability.
Yeah, plenty of because then you are so incredibly authenticated and trusted.
Totally improves deliverability if you do both. You're absolutely right. I don't think most people know how to do that though.
I sure don't. Why don't we talk about that next week? That's
pretty complex. Yeah, we should ask Troy about that.
Yeah, let's ask Troy.
You can come on and talk about that too if you want, Paul. We'll have you on.
Paul should do. We should do a separate thing on branding. Right now, this is the potpourri.
This is the potpourri of our random brain right now.
Can you smell it?
Oh my gosh. So what do you think of the challenge so far? The 30-day challenge?
I like it, but as I told you before we went on, this is my 4th live broadcast today.
I know.
I think I became a little OCD on the 30D.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And then you go, let's see, 365 days times 4 broadcasts a day.
No, I'm not doing 4 broadcasts a day. The first one was my homework for the 30-day challenge. Yeah, because I wanted to do the live broadcast from within the group, and it finally worked, which was great because you fixed that up for us.
Maybe people are going to get too tired of seeing us.
What's that?
Maybe people are going to get too tired of seeing us.
That's okay. I mean, you get tired of your relatives and your family, but you're stuck with us unless you're back to Netflix watching Tiger King. Mm-hmm. So,
yes. So I did fix that, and we got that under control. It was weird,
I did not see the nice bright red banner button that you had before. So you've got that little thing which just allows you to do. You can post a photo. And then you can post the live video.
And everything else now. Yeah, it was just one thing that I think they changed over a year's time when I first set it up. And all of a sudden it was clicked off. So
buttons appear and disappear everywhere. In fact, today I screwed up big time with Monica when we did our Total Health Live broadcast. So I moved my screen over slightly so I could be facing the camera a little more easily. Mm-hmm. And in moving the screen over and enlarging it, I got rid of the button. Actually, it's over here if you're looking at the screen that stops the live broadcast.
Yeah,
and so I thought I was stopping it, and it just kept just live. I was going for the little thing up in the. Actually, it's over there.
All right. Yeah, it's over
It's
there.
up there. Oh no, it's up there on Mickinson.
Oh yeah, it's there.
It's over there. Yeah.
Over there.
Somewhere. Anyway, so I couldn't see it, and so it kept going even though it was dark. And one person was asking me, "Where are you? We don't know where you are." So the screen was completely black for about, I think, 5-6 minutes or so.
Oh yeah, I saw Monica was doing the pointing thing. Like I do. You're over there.
Yeah. Because we always have. I mean, so I have enough trouble getting people to smile.
Smile. Look at my rock.
Look at my rock.
That's very nice.
I actually like this. So I'm going to, by the way, I took this so I could show people. I will replace it in another location somewhere in Coronado. But I cannot guarantee it will be sterile. So please use something to pick it up and put some alcohol on it.
And a flamethrower too.
And a flamethrower. It will destroy your microwave.
Oh my gosh!
But I told Monica the reason I was attracted to the smile so much so is because at my dad's funeral about 3 years ago, my sister and I both put together a bunch of things, and there was a nice bouquet on top of the casket, and we had 2 banners. One of his favorite sayings was "Be good," and the other one was "Keep smiling." Nice. So I took this one, and she took the "Be good" one. And these are our mementos from our big send-off.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking today as you were doing your as you were out, I wonder if they make the furry covers for these.
Furry covers. Oh,
yeah, like for a microphone to get rid of the windows.
I
wonder if they make furry covers like this.
You could find out what the material is and just put it around. Maybe
you could. You could probably. Maybe we should create something.
We could do that. We could do like they do, like they're creating the N95
gold mine at 2 cents a piece.
It's a gold mine.
Oh my goodness, good stuff.
So tell me, so you did say something about branding, about your branding, because I have struggled with this, and the reason I've struggled with this is I've had a personal brand for probably 30 years. So that's 3 decades, or and it's always been Dr. Vogelman or Dr. Christopher Vogelman. Boom, boom, boom. In fact, so much so that my wife, when she first met my dad, she asked him, she says, well, what do you call him? Like Christopher or this or that? He says, Dr. Christopher Vogelman, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Herr Vogelman.
Yeah, Herr Vogelman.
Vogelman.
Which means, of course, Vogelman means Birdman in German.
Right.
So
you're the Birdman of Germany.
Birdman in German. Boy, there's that helicopter outside that's making a lot of noise. Can you hear that?
I don't think so.
Oh, good. Okay.
I do kind of hear something, but
yeah, that's the helicopter. We have a lot of Black Hawk and other helicopters that fly around here because we have the Naval Air Station just north of where we are here. And so sometimes you get giant cargo planes flying overhead that shake your house. It's very rare. They're usually much nicer to us than that. But every once in a while, a fighter plane comes over or so, and you just like, whoa, our windows nearly cracked open. What was that?
Oh, we had one once go over, Louvier. What's happening?
Louvier?
Yeah, Eric.
You should care about Eric Louvier.
We had one once go over Lake Ontario.
Dr. Harvard. He always calls me Harvard.
Oh, that's where you went.
Yeah. So patients would ask me about this every once in a while. I had diplomas up here and there. I had one patient, she'd been with me for 2.5 years, and she got up off my adjusting table, looks up there, and she says, I didn't know you went to Harvard. I said, yeah, it's a small liberal arts school in New England that teaches you how to speak really well at cocktail parties.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, wow, you're the nicest snob I've ever met. Which is to this day is one of my favorite lines to describe you. The nicest snob you've ever met.
It's a fun place. I actually, I'd only been to Harvard once. I went to see Joel Comm.
What the hell was Joel Comm doing at Harvard?
At Harvard, yeah. One day I'm talking to him, and Joel goes, hey, I'm going to be at Harvard. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. What are you going to be doing at Harvard? He goes, I'm coming and doing a talk with Mari Smith and Brian. What's Brian's last name? It's failing me now.
Brian.
No, Brian Kramer. Brian Kramer.
Kramer, yeah.
And Trying to think who else was with him. Anyways, it was great. I really had a great time. Popped over, went down to Harvard.
Yeah, literally, my dad did park the car in Harvard Yard to dump off all my stuff way back when.
Of course he did.
Because I don't think you could do that anymore now. I think they give you little trolleys or something to carry your stuff to the dorms.
Louis says you're the wittiest, funniest snob he's ever met.
The wittiest, funniest. At least you didn't say I was full of wit.
Now, do you know, Eric, that Dr. V and I ended up talking, and we both came from Western New York.
Yeah.
Both lived in the Boston area. Of course, now he's gone to California, but I thought that was pretty funny.
People's Republic of California. Thank you.
Yep. People's Republic of California. It certainly is. It certainly is.
Well, it's like they said when I was in Maryland, they said the same thing. People's Republic of Maryland.
I know.
But at least it's America.
It is America. It is definitely that, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, so anyway, so the long and short of it, I was always Dr. Vogelman. And then so I changed my name. I had Vogelman Chiropractic Clinic. Mm-hmm. And then somebody pointed out to me years later that, nobody wants to buy a practice with the name of another person on it. So why would you do that? So I changed the name of the practice to Allegro Wellness. And so, like Dr. Vogelman's Boom Boom Allegro Wellness. Because they want to know who the person is, but at the same time, you sell the business to somebody. They don't want to have somebody else's name on it, unless it was, maybe Bill Gates or something else like that, or maybe somebody might want Richard Branson or something like. But even Richard Branson, he doesn't call it Branson Airlines or Branson Cruise. He calls it Virgin because he came up with this name.
That's what he came up with. But more and more, super important to brand both.
Yeah,
brand yourself.
And I think that's the really tricky part. There's sort of a fine line that we walk on between the personal brand and the business brand, because you want the business brand. Paul will tell you that you want it to be as friendly and as accessible, as empathetic as possible. And Ted Rubin will always tell you about his famous phrase, which I love, which is, it's not about ROI, return on investment. It's about I call it ROR, return on relationships. So, but his hashtag isn't ROR, it's R small ONR. So.
Oh, now I remember who the last speaker was, Paul. Brian Rose, EBR.
EBR
was the other speaker at that event. Yes.
Turn off my.
Yep. EBR. Yeah, Mari Smith was excellent. The first time I've ever seen her speak.
Mari Smith.
Really
yeah.
And of course, I went to see Joel, and I couldn't find
messages.
I went to see Joel. I couldn't find parking. I got there late, but I did get to see Joel.
It's good.
It's the first time I've gotten to meet Joel in person, which was very cool. We've met. He's been on Hangouts and stuff with me a number of times, but
we used to. I was on Hangouts with him and in the Google Plus days, and also Blab. Mm-hmm. Blab was a big one.
Yep. And Steve.
Blab did not last though. It just disappeared.
And he and my friend Steve Rosenbaum went to high school together in the same high school where Ferris Bueller's Day Off was filmed. So that was really funny. Listen to him talk about that, because they were there for when it was filmed and they were going to school there. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yep.
So with your what was the name of your previous business? I'm curious.
I really previously worked under Targeted Net Solutions, because I did all of these different things that were very targeted, and they were solutions for internet marketing, and still use that for my agency work.
Right.
And then one of my other friends got me thinking about videos or social for for what I'm doing kind of now on the video side.
Right.
So, yep.
I like the word video in it is good. Broadcast is another great keyword. Live is a good thing. Mm-hmm. In fact, Joel Kahn got me turned on to doing the .live, because he had Joel.live, and I got the Christopher.live one. Christopher.live, but that wasn't really consistent, because most of the time I can't fit my whole name onto anything. And so, so I just let the .live go .dead. So
yeah, Joel does have a great radio voice.
Yes.
He's a fun person. I like him. I like Joel. He's a good guy.
So, so we do our agency work, my wife and I, under Maximize Your Media, which was pretty funny. It pretty much describes what we're doing, which is to boost any sort of media stuff that people do. But What was funny about it was it had a lot of great SEO juice because of Neil Schaefer's Maximize Your Social, the book.
Oh, cool.
So we got pulled up because of Neil's hard work, and I hope to see him. Yeah, one of these times we've gotten together at Social Media Marketing World. Was it? Yeah, that's our last meeting, and he's just up the road in Orange County, and so once all this COVID stuff settles down, I think we've got a sushi lunch to catch up on up there. So
cool. Yeah, he seems like a good guy to meet.
He's just amazing, and he's bilingual, and he understands Japanese incredibly well. Actually, he might be a polyglot. He might have more than one language, but he does a lot of social media work, and his agency in Japan. He's got a Japanese agency, which is cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So if you ever follow him on Instagram, what you'll see is he's got things written in Japanese. I think it's in kanji, the simple characters, as well as in English. And it's hilarious. I'm trying to figure out what is. So my mom spoke Japanese, and she studied Japanese starting at age 70 till about 86 or so. And she, would buy these books, which on one side, like Shogun, one side of the book would be in English, and the other side would be in Japanese.
Oh, cool.
And I had no idea what she was doing, but she loved that stuff. And Neil does everything bilingual on his Instagram. So it's pretty cool.
Neil's one of the few people that I've seen do a event in Boston. Like, for some reason, our type of events don't show up very much in Boston.
Yeah.
And Neil had his last event in Boston, which
that's pretty interesting.
It was pretty interesting.
And he's also got.
And he's over by you. And usually, most of the events are in Florida or West Coast or something like that.
Yeah, he's got a course, I think, at Rutgers through the business school, if I'm not mistaken. Which is that's a neat gig too.
That is a good gig.
So branding. I mean, I even tried Crucial Business, which I still like. I have the domain name, and so we're not just nice to have. We're crucial. So that was my tagline because it was necessary. But now I'm feeling more and more that business really is crucial for the survival of people, because you can tell that jobs are not very secure.
I know,
as we've recently seen. So more people really need to be running businesses. I think the success of this nation and probably the world is more dependent upon entrepreneurship than it is about having a secure 9-to-5 job with a pension. I don't even know pensions.
Paul sent me a friend request. Awesome.
Oh, good. Are you going to allow him to be your friend?
Sure. Why not? I'd let you.
Well, yeah. Well, you're easy. You're easy.
It's pretty easy when you really get down to it. But that's pretty cool. Yeah. You never know who you're going to meet. We've had some great guests this week too. I don't know if anybody want to pop in with us.
Pop in.
I'll try posting the link again.
Paul could be popping fresh if you want.
I mean, you never know. If somebody wants to come join us,
all right,
you're more than welcome. I'll stick it in again.
Some people, they have a certain sense. I think they just want to lurk for a little while.
I like to offer. We don't mind having people
see if the waters are safe.
Yeah, right? We've had some great guests. We had Troy McDonald joined us the other night.
Yep.
We had my friend. It's going to come to me. I can't even think of my friends' names. Oh man, it's terrible. Martin Wales joined us the other day
from Toronto.
So we've had some cool people pop in. So
and he was in the middle of his move. I thought he was in the middle of his move and still made time to come in. So
he did. That was pretty cool. Yep. So the link is in the comments if anyone wants to pop in for a little bit. We'll be on. We still got a little bit of time. We'll be on a little bit longer. Yeah. So if anybody wants to hop in, feel free. Love to have you.
I think in some ways we're trying to duplicate what we used to experience with Google Hangouts, because people would just hang out for, some of those Hangouts were like 5 hours long. I don't think we're.
Yeah, some of that's not a bad thing. It's kind of like you just kind of get the feel of it. You get the feel of what people, want to talk about, see who joins you. It's kind of at the very first stages of doing this, it's kind of like a little bit of testing.
Oh,
so you're looking
a little bit
of testing. So we're looking at, like times, see what times people join us. This is actually a really good time.
And it's also time according to bandwidth issues. Because
right.
If there's a bunch of kids in the neighborhood doing video games, or mom and dad are watching separate Netflix binge parties on their own, you do see a drop in speed. And I'm almost tempted to have us upgrade, because we used to get 400 in downloads, and then suddenly it was popping in on the low 100s to at the most 200. But I guess it's just because so many people are staying home now. Suddenly, there's just not the pipeline's not big enough anymore.
Very true. Suddenly, that is very true. We haven't had much trouble here with our internet. It's been rock solid. It's great.
We've been good. I mean, Monica had some trouble up there. Not picking on Monica, but I just think that she's in a neighborhood where they must be doing some heavy duty streaming. That's all I can say.
Well, something's going on there. Her internet was just crazy.
Yeah, but I think, we should try this sometime on the phone too, as well as I'm tempted for us to do maybe an Instagram live, not from Bora Bora.
Yeah, because you can
requires a lot of
you can do a 2-person Instagram
live. You do the top and the bottom, but I think that's what you're limited to.
I would try that. I haven't done any lives on Instagram.
We could give it a try because I've never done it either. Maggie did it not too long ago with her. They did a bunch of Mexican food bloggers got together.
I think we should because I have not done it yet.
But the thing about it is good for experimentation because we're always experimenting. The engagement was tremendous from that, and they uploaded it to become a YouTube video. Even though it was in a vertical alignment, it still got a lot of views.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Don. Everybody's been throttling. You can see it lately. Wow. Yeah, man, it's been crazy. Crazy.
So what else is cooking?
Let's see. I told you about my interview with my client. That was great. That was really awesome today. It was fun to watch. Yeah, it was a big win. And I think that's a great way to do testimonials, especially for your site, if you have the ability to do that, because you get whole interviews and then people can just go and see what you did for them and the kind of transformation you made in their life. It's amazing. So this is going to be good. I got to do more of these for sure.
Times they are changing.
Yep, it was good. So we did kind of a little bit of a cross interview because he's in an unusual kind of spirituality realm, and I don't think he's ever talked to anybody about how they perceive his work and all of this. It was fun. I said I feel like when we originally met, I said, Ken, it just occurred to me that like you speak Martian, and then all of a sudden I got a Martian translator, like somewhere along the way.
You didn't accuse him of speaking Martian?
Martian. You speak Martian.
Like in Marshfield.
Marshfield, exactly. Plymouth.
Weymouth.
Harvard. Yeah.
Hey, how do you spell MIT?
How do you spell MIT? Is that a joke? You kidding me?
Yeah. How do you spell MIT?
You're on the same train line as Harvard.
Yeah, actually, yeah. In fact, I used to walk down the Charles River, and sometimes I turn around at MIT and walk back again. But you had to go through past the land building, where the Polaroid building there, right on the river.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It did look like a large Polaroid camera, though.
It's pretty cool. I miss Polaroid being around. It's when I was going to school, that was one of the big camera companies. We had Polaroid.
Polaroids are making a comeback.
My first boss worked for Dr. Land.
Really?
Yeah. He just was constantly telling how brilliant Dr. Land was, and he shared one of the patents with him on the pod system for the Polaroid development system.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Pretty cool. I found out the other day that one of the printers I used to work on when I first came to Massachusetts, I used to work on these big printers, and I was telling my friend today, I said, at Nash Editions, Graham Nash used to own one of our printers, and now it's in the Smithsonian, and I worked on it.
Really?
I actually had my hands in a printer that's now in the Smithsonian.
So that just shows how old you are.
Because that technology died like not long after I stopped working there.
Yeah,
so it was very sad.
That's very cool to have that kind of.
Kind of interesting, yeah. When you think about it, you just go, "Wow, I had my hands in something that's now in the Smithsonian Institute." It's pretty wild.
And when you go down there, they're going to say, "Get your hands off that."
Probably, yeah.
You just tell them just dust it for prints. I guarantee my fingerprints are on.
Maybe. They might have dusted it. They might have dusted it really good.
Yeah.
You never know. They were pretty good at cleaning.
So what's next week's? So the group, the 30-day live video challenge. Mm-hmm. We're doing Wednesday. Was it Wednesday or
Wednesday?
Wednesday. Okay. Wednesday. And so the homework assignment is to do a live video from within the group, or you could bring one. You could send one that you did.
Well, I let somebody send one in.
I know, I saw that. But she was actually pretty good.
It was good. She did a great job. So, hey, if people are out there making live video and they don't feel,
as long as they're doing it,
right. I got no problem with that.
Okay.
But most people, that's their number one biggest fear. I don't want to put my face on camera.
I do like the idea of people starting with two people together, because it's almost like you're holding digital hands.
So much much easier.
Just have a conversation.
Exactly. It's just like we're having a conversation over beer or water in this case.
I got my beer. I had coffee,
water
and water.
Yeah. Poland Springs.
What is it?
Poland Springs.
Oh, yeah. You don't find that out here in California.
No, because it's
back in the Northeast all the time.
It's a main company, Poland Springs.
Yeah. We had it. Yeah, we had it in New York. We had it in D.C., Maryland, Virginia. Poland Springs was there.
Yeah. Down the way, I'm sure. Everybody wants Maine spring water.
You're not a Fiji drinker?
No. Do I need to get water from another planet, other side of the planet? No. I'm drinking wine. Oh, thank you.
Wait, who's drinking wine?
We are way better with wine. Everything's better with wine.
Well, but we probably could do a happy hour broadcast. That would be kind of fun.
That's tomorrow.
I don't think it would be all that different from what we're doing right now.
Tomorrow is the happy hour broadcast.
It is? Fine. What time is our happy hour broadcast?
I don't know. Better give me some wine.
And how happy do we have to be?
Not that happy. We might be happy by the time it's over. You never know. Depends on how many bottles.
I was very happy. I was very happy yesterday that my wife brought me back a 4-pack of Guinness, because that's my favorite grain-based beverage, except for maybe vodka.
And Guinness is medicinal.
What's that?
Guinness is medicinal.
Oh yeah, in fact, in Syracuse, there's a bar/restaurant called Coleman's up on Tip Hill, and Tip Hill is Tipperary Hill, so you kind of understand it's an Irish neighborhood. And they have this sign outside, which no longer Guinness claims, which says, "Guinness, it's good for you."
It used to be prescribed by doctors medically.
And mind you, I had a nutrition instructor. I went to several seminars, and he was emphatic about the fact that Guinness was still indeed good for you. And I think it's because of all the B vitamins and the stuff that comes from that particular type of brewing. Yeah. So,
in fact, when I was fasting, when I was not doing so well and just trying to get back to normal, I was looking at different kinds of fasts, and this one guy had a beer fast. He went on double bock beer. And he actually got them to allow him to do it at work. Yeah. So he was actually drinking at work, even.
Drinking at work. He wasn't drinking while driving.
Yeah, this guy had it down. But I guess it's quite a great fast. Lots of vitamins, lots of minerals, and enzymes, and
it's liquid beer.
Yeah, if it's beer.
Liquid bread. What am I saying? Liquid beer.
Liquid bread.
Of course, unless you freeze it and you have a beersicle.
That just sounds awful.
I don't
know. Beersicle.
Wouldn't you like a beersicle if it was a hot day and you were stuck at the state fair or something? Would you like to suck on a beersicle?
I don't know.
No? Okay.
I got to think about that one. I don't think so.
I've
had frozen beer before. It's not very good.
Hey, so we're doing the challenge is coming on. So how many people have actually registered for the challenge?
We've got 42 in our group.
That's good.
Yeah.
How many participants so far? Actually, they have until tomorrow to put their. They have until tomorrow to do the broadcast.
Till Saturday.
Oh, Saturday! You gave them 72 hours.
I gave them 72 hours to do the first assignment.
72 hours. Okay, I thought it was 48 hours. That's what I was saying.
72 hours for the first assignment.
Okay.
And then I've been having a great time. I've been looking at all these virtual event softwares. Yeah. I have one that I've been doing, playing around with, but been looking at a couple others too.
How are the breakout rooms? That's one of the things I'm most curious about, the breakout rooms.
The breakout rooms are pretty good. I'd like to do a demo for the class sometime, or maybe see who we can get for a demo sometime.
Yeah.
I just like to get some people in it and try putting it through its paces.
Yeah.
We were going to run some
Can we break it? That's the real question.
I'm sure we could at this stage, believe it or not. I'm not too convinced we couldn't. One company wanted us to run a 500 person event in it, and I just wasn't quite sure it was ready for that yet, or I was ready for that with that software yet. But there's some great software.
It's like, what about Bob? Baby
exactly.
steps.
Baby steps.
Baby steps.
Yeah, people that jump into that, and it always killed me, people who jump into that stuff without really testing it thoroughly, and then they wonder why then things explode, and they're like, I don't know why that happened. But you have to be prepared for that kind of stuff.
I've had things exploding just where we're testing 3 different platforms for doing live broadcast.
I know.
That's just with a two-person event.
I know. Yeah, we've tested out like virtually everything this week. We tried Zoom. We tried Be Live.
Be Live.
We're on StreamYard now.
Actually, I'd like to try one more that I saw.
What's that?
I'm trying to remember. I think it began with an R. It's not Restream, but it's something. Something with an R. I gotta go look it up.
Restream is part of StreamYard.
Yeah, okay, but then it's not Restream. It was something else. Something with an R. I'll look for it because I was doing this. Did several different searches, looking for top 10 live broadcast platforms, top 5.
And this came up.
And this other one with the R came up there, but I think it's a startup.
So the other one that came up the other day, I saw in a listing of ones to try out was Blue Jeans. And I didn't know they were still a thing. I thought that they went under a long time ago, but I guess they're doing good.
Yeah, I do remember trying Blue Jeans at one point.
Yeah, at one point, way back. They started about the same time that Be Live started.
Did Blab totally disappear from what I remember? Yeah.
They turned into a chat app for teens. That they created an app that we wouldn't even want to participate in. So that's where they went.
Hey.
Sad. Yeah. But the bandwidth was killing them because they were doing all that for free. And they told us once what they were paying per hour of streaming. It was insane. And it makes you wonder when somebody starts a business like that and they know that that's an overhead cost, why wouldn't they try to charge something to recoup it? But they just kept going and going and going and further down the hole of blowing through their VC funding.
It's a burn rate. We're burning $1 million a month.
Burn rate. I think they were burning like a lot. It was crazy how much.
I bet they were burning a lot.
I mean, it costs a lot to store all that video. And they were saying.
So there is a rumor going through the interwebs amongst people who really are in the know that Facebook may be dumping all of these recorded Facebook Lives. So, but I'm going to do a few more searches and talk to a few more people about this. But that is a very strong rumor within the rumor mill because it might be that they're just tired of storing all these Facebook Lives.
I think they are tired of storing it.
So that leads us to.
Well, that was before their time. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, that leads us back to YouTube.
Right. Well,
and to Vimeo or whatever your particular storage solution is.
Well, the nice thing about Be Live and StreamYard is they do store your video locally.
Yeah.
Same as Zoom does.
Yeah.
So it does give you a chance to go in and download it.
But there are limits in terms of how much they're willing to store, how many gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to take the ones that we do and save them after we're done.
Yeah.
Cut them up.
Well, we could eat. I do like the idea of stripping out the audio for podcasts because I think that could be really very useful.
Exactly. Save the downloads, move them to YouTube, or move them to S3 or something like that. There's a new video repository I've been playing around with. Do you think I can think of the name of it right now? It's like Zombie or something.
Zombie.
It's a weird. It's a weird. I can't remember it, but I was turned on to it with another piece of software. They gave you the option to keep your stuff on this place or keep it on S3, and this was much less expensive, surprisingly.
Than S3. S3 is cheap.
It was very inexpensive.
Inexpensive. We use the term economical.
Economical.
Not cheap.
Not cheap.
Yeah.
And price is only an issue in the absence of value.
May I quote you?
I'm just please quote me on that. Price is only an issue in the absence of value. That's one of my favorite quotes.
Absence of value.
Price is only an issue in the absence of value.
Ah, yes. Be valuable.
Mm-hmm. I wish I could remember all my Tom Hopkins things, but that wasn't the Tom Hopkins thing, but that's one of my favorites.
It's one of your favorites.
Clips. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
it's a good one.
What else? I guess we've been on here for about an hour, haven't we, or no?
Almost
an hour.
It's getting close.
55 minutes.
We've been trying to see how much we can wear people out, but everybody's still watching us.
They're still watching? What is wrong with you people?
What's wrong with people?
You need to go home. You need to go downstairs, get out of the closet, and start talking to your family.
I know. Get a life, get a beer, go watch Netflix.
Get a life, get a beer. That's going to be our new slogan. Get a life, get a beer, go watch Netflix.
Oh man, yeah, Tommy. I had lunch one day with Tom. Oh, it was so much fun.
You did?
I did. It was like one of the best things in my life. He was a hoot. I love Tom. Yeah. Oh my gosh, he was telling us about this rafting story that he went whitewater rafting with another guy we knew. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing.
I like it when you meet very, very either famous or influential people, and they're just like folks when you have a cup of coffee, a drink, or you have dinner with them.
Exactly. Hey Dan, how you doing?
Who's there?
Dan Horner. Dan's an event promoter that works with a friend of mine.
Oh.
So good to see you here, Dan.
Dan.
Yeah, we've had quite a great bunch of people drop by.
I think with anything else, when you just start doing it, you're just testing the waters. I was told by one of my friends years ago that just don't be surprised if you do a Facebook Live and nobody shows up, not even your mom.
I've had that happen before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure.
What's worse, I had a situation where three of us were teachers for doctors. We went all the way out to Albuquerque, and the event was not promoted properly. And so we had 3 teachers and 2 attendees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So we have had, since we've been on, 42 comments.
Good.
And it's not telling me how many people stopped by, though.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Usually says how many views, but I'm not seeing that yet. But hey, 42 comments. That's amazing.
That's good.
That's
We've got some very helpful people, too. I know that.
Yes.
Paul has given some, little gems.
Oh, yeah. It's got me thinking about some stuff. I've been redoing a lot of stuff over what I call the unexpected break.
It's spring break for adults.
It's spring break for everybody right now. So I've just been redoing my website, redoing everything.
Yeah, as long as my philosophy is, as long as this spring break doesn't break you, we're okay. Yep,
exactly.
Because it's America.
It is America. America. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Inconceivable.
Covers you either way. Unbelievable.
Inconceivable. For The Princess Bride. Can't remember the name of the actor. Inconceivable.
I can't either. I can't remember who said that.
He's a very diminutive gentleman.
Yes, diminutive dude.
Yes, a diminutive dude.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's see. So we're doing this again.
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing it until it hurts.
Till we get it right.
Till we get good.
Until we get good at it.
I think we're improving, though.
We are improving.
Yeah, we're getting
people are showing up.
Exactly.
We were going to do, what was it going to be? It was supposed to be, because this was originally supposed to be this morning for me and noon for you. And life sometimes gets in the way of these things. And we were going to do, what was it? We were going to do the Brunch Bunch. Live broadcasting from the Brunch Bunch.
Brunch Bunch.
Yeah, because my breakfast is your lunch.
We should have asked Paul for a name. Paul, what's the name? Paul, where are you when we need you? You left.
Oh, Paul. He's busy. He's busy doing some branding for somebody.
Exactly. So we got to come up with something.
I don't know. The problem is that if you do the Brunch Bunch, then you're dependent upon the time of day and the meal, and Then you start doing them at midnight, brunch at midnight, and that's going to be really hard.
We are now on StreamYard. So StreamYard is what we're on right now.
StreamYard.
Eric. Yep. We've tried them all.
Well, many. We've tried many.
We tried the better of the many, I think.
Yeah. I like the simulcasting on StreamYard. I will say that.
StreamYard will let you multicast. If you go with the middle plan, which is what we have, we're streaming now on Facebook and YouTube.
Yep.
And then the upper plan would let us stream to 5 different places at one time.
I would love to be able to do that, but I would want to be approved first of all for LinkedIn Live. But you have a buddy who's already approved.
Steve, yeah, Steve's already approved for LinkedIn Live.
I made the application, but there's no.
Well, the problem I think with doing the application is they want to review the stuff that you've been streaming.
Exactly.
And you and I haven't been streaming a lot lately.
No.
So I think it'd be easy enough for us to shortly reapply and say,
yeah,
hey, LinkedIn, look, we've been doing all this. We've been doing all this heavy lifting here for the last couple of years.
We have to call this something.
Yeah, we can.
It could be an extension, sort of live stream live, or something. Who knows? You
probably haven't watched me, Eric, but yeah, we can invite peeps in. In fact, you can come in if you like. I'll still invite you. We'll hang out if you want to. If you
come in and say hello.
Yeah. So what we do is we paste the link. You'll see I'm pasting it right now.
You'll see the duck logo.
The StreamYard link with the duck logo. Yeah. And we can paste the link and we can invite people in. You can do the same thing with just about everything else. I mean,
Live does it. Zoom does it.
We could do it with Zoom. It's a little more sketchy. Zoom is now getting people broadcasting porn and stuff if you're not careful.
Well, that's not good.
Hitting the links. Yeah, there's a big thing about that today.
Birds do it. Bees do it. Even educated folks do it.
So that's one of the downsides of Zoom. But Be Live, you can't let that stop you.
No. don't let porn stop you, for God's sakes, man.
Well, no, I'm talking about drinking. I didn't say porn.
Oh, I thought it was something else.
He said I've been drinking, and that's okay.
You've been drinking is fine.
You can't let that stop you.
I think we'll do the happy hour next. I see nothing wrong with that.
I think that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow's happy hour. It's live stream Friday happy hour.
It's kind of the forced networking that we're not getting right now.
Actually, that's really good. In fact, use it. A good trial run for your event software would be to do a major networking event amongst all of us.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to put one up,
and we'll see if we can break it.
Oh, okay. One moment, he says. All right.
1 moment, please.
Put down that glass of wine, man, and hop in here.
Is it wine?
What are you waiting for?
Is it vodka with red dye number 5?
Yeah, we can see how this works. I think he's going to go down there.
He's going down. I think he's going to go sideways. I think we're going to get 3 of us in a row.
Sideways. Maybe we did one
because we did that before with Monica. You came on to help us fix Monica.
I think that was Be Live though. Be Live did his.
Oh, it was Be Live.
I think StreamYard goes.
StreamYard. You go down.
StreamYard.
But don't you have the option of changing the view?
I do.
I have the option of changing the view because I saw an interview the other day. I think it was either.
See, I just changed the view.
Yeah, but I saw another interview
where
they had 2 on one side and a large one on the other. Actually, it was more like this.
Yeah,
the interviewer was here, and it was a split there. Yeah, but it was a little different. It was like half. It was half it was 2. Yeah, 2 occupying 1/2 section. Yeah, like this. Where I am right now would be 2 screens, split in the center.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if that was Ecamm.
It might be.
I'd like to try another Ecamm. Maybe we could do Ecamm happy hour.
Ecamm would be. I don't know how I would join you on Ecamm.
Oh, I have to invite you.
You'd have to make a Skype insert or something. I have to join by Skype, I think.
Yeah, you gotta. I don't like that Skype joining business.
Mm-mm.
It adds one more layer of complexity to the equation, and it's just like you want to keep it as simple as possible. Like for my doctor clients, super smart people, all of them. I mean, they've aced their chemistry and this and that and everything else. I don't care if they're an MD, chiropractor, plastic surgeon, or a dentist. They're all super smart. But when it comes to mastering technology,
super smart.
Smart.
Super smart. Wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
That's not a pack.
Right. Wicked smart.
Back.
There you go.
But a lot of them just don't want to be bothered with the technical side of things.
Oh, I know.
Or production value. They want to talk lighting. They don't want to talk any of that stuff. It just put me on. Let me talk to my people. Let me help people, and that's what I want.
Look at this. He's got all his stuff on.
Who's got his stuff on?
Eric Louvier.
Wow.
He's gonna move over a little though.
You gotta go over a little.
There you go.
I thought you just got to take out the gray.
Yeah, I can move my camera.
Move your camera. Oh.
Go.
Move back. I feel like I've got to move back now.
So is this the first time you've been on this?
On StreamYard?
Yeah.
Well, there's like a lot of.
Are you a StreamYard newbie?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't.
We can hear you.
You got to move over like this much.
Whoa, this is weird.
You're gonna lose your hashtag. Just sell, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
There.
Now you got it. Now you're set.
Now you tilt down a little.
Now you move again.
So we don't cut off your chin.
There you go. That's better. You had it.
Oh, wait. Oh.
Oh. Okay. Perfect. There you go.
Oh, there's a delay. So you have any suggestions on what I should do?
You're fine.
You look fine.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, you're watching it on YouTube at the same time.
Oh, yeah, you're watching it.
There is a delay.
There is a delay in the
delay.
Inside the studio, you're fine.
There's too much going on at the same time.
Oh, really?
I think there's a delay or something.
You probably have the broadcast on in one window.
Oh, that's what it is.
The studio in another.
Yeah. You got your Facebook open from where you were watching.
That's the problem.
I didn't get off there.
Yeah.
Close the tab.
Yeah. So you're listening to that.
Okay, now it's right.
There you go.
That happened to me.
That happens to a lot of people.
I tried to go from my personal profile into a group and that we have. And what happened was it started a watch party in the group for what I was broadcasting, and it drove me nuts. So
you think you're going crazy for a while. That's the problem.
Yeah, it was so much talking at the same
in my head. Get out of my head.
So when you guys bring on guests, just tell them to, turn it off because there's nowhere to hear it. Man, I look terrible on here. That's great.
Wow.
I look so much better in real life.
I look so much better in real life. So do I.
Yeah, I know. Like we all look so much better in real life. One time I had an event in Austin, and this guy came up to me and Matt Gill, and he was like, I just can't believe you guys look so much better in real life than you do online. I was like, yeah, the internet makes us look pretty bad, but
except for me, I don't know. I think I look better virtually.
Do you really?
I'm just kidding.
No.
I don't think I look bad virtually.
No,
I probably look a little better in real life. Probably a little.
Maybe I look a lot better in my own head than I do when I actually see myself.
That's always
the same. It's always the case. I've always hated myself. I used to hate myself on seeing in the pictures and then the video, and I absolutely couldn't stand my voice. That was the worst.
I couldn't stand my voice. I always feel like I've got a very high voice. I feel like a lot of times I have to talk a little lower.
Not at all.
And I get excited. I go really high.
You get one of those mics that have more bass to it, and then you're like, wow, I sound very deep when I speak.
Or I have to speak into my Yeti, get really close to my mic.
Use your anger.
Makes a little difference. I don't know. So what's happening there?
Yeah, glasses always reflect.
I don't like isolated Eric on camera. I've been hanging out.
You need your hat.
Oh yeah, I got I didn't realize I didn't have it on.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There.
The Houston Astros.
It's the men. Oh, aren't they the cheaters?
Yeah, they are the cheaters. They're cheaters, but I've been following them since I was like 2 years old. So.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the fact that they went from the National League to the American League. That was just.
Yeah, I didn't really like that either.
That was wrong.
Yeah.
It's like the Milwaukee team going into the American League. It's just.
Who's your team? Since you're from the East and you live in the West.
For me? Yeah, that's a hard one. I mean, I enjoy
Boston.
He's a Red Sox fan.
That's where I live, man.
Yeah, I love
Boston. You should go for a team that is a farm. You need a New Hampshire team. The Manchester Muckluck. Something like that.
Well, how do you feel about Tom Brady?
Oh man, I don't know how to feel yet. I knew it was going to happen.
He's numb.
It was destined. It was. Well.
Oh man.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. We all love Tom. He's been here a long time, but I don't know. I wish him well. I hope he does well wherever he goes. But yeah, it's kind of a bit of a surprise. You would have thought that something would work out, but
I'm actually surprised in Tampa Bay. I thought he'd be in Vegas.
He's been here a long time. I thought he would go out. I thought he would go out to the West Coast someplace because that's where his family is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I like that he went to Tampa. I like Tampa too. Tampa too. That's the defense. But yeah, I know that I'm a Tom Brady fan, and anytime I post anything sports related on Facebook, there's crickets. No one really gets into it. But you were always there with the New England Patriots. I know. That's what I'm saying. You're always
Buffalo Bills.
Yeah,
Bills.
Yeah.
The Bills. Buffalo Bills are going to win the East.
The Bills,
if we have a season.
They did better.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're improving. They're getting better. Oh yeah.
Buffalo Bills. It's Thurman Thomas and Kelly and
Jim Kelly.
Yeah, I love
Andre Reed.
Andre Reed, very underrated wide receiver.
Yeah.
I liked Frank Reich.
Yeah, Frank Reich. Very good.
Now coaching.
Very good.
Where's Indianapolis? Where's Frank coaching now?
He's coaching.
Indiana.
Where was he? I saw
Indiana,
him.
Right? Indianapolis.
Maybe.
No, because he's head coach now.
Frank Reich is.
Wade Phillips was a Bills coach at one point too, and then became defensive coordinator for several teams actually.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of guys that.
Wade Phillips. Wow, that's the name. Bum Phillips is.
You're thinking Bum Phillips for the Houston Oilers.
Yeah. I had something genius I was going to say here a minute about sports. Oh, Brady. We were going back to Brady. They were doing replays of the Super Bowl with Atlanta the other day, and that was the game I came back from my father's funeral, and I sat down to watch it. I'd just gotten home, and I sat down to watch it, and I'm just like, that was the most incredible. I thought for sure they were done. It's the most incredible comeback ever. Ever.
I was the one that was he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back. We're gonna come back and win this game.
I said it.
The whole room was against me.
I know.
I was the only one.
I know. I'm starting to get to this point where I'm like, I don't even know if I believe myself that he's gonna make it, but I know he's gonna do something. Something's gonna happen. I just couldn't believe that game. But they're replaying that again the other day.
They're replaying every game imaginable.
Yeah, right? All these different games, and that somebody said, I'm watching Brady in the Atlanta Super Bowl. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was.
I'm waiting for them to go back to my old Buffalo Braves of the NBA with Bob McAdoo and Randy Smith. But
oh my god,
they moved. I used to watch these games all the time downtown Buffalo, and then they bought them and moved them to San Diego. They became the San Diego Clippers. That didn't last very long, and then they got bought out and moved to LA. So
yeah, the Padres.
Oh,
the Padres. So here's what happens. I'm a big St. Louis Cardinals fan because my first game ever was a National League game. And so when the Cardinals come to town, my wife says she's going to take me to the Padres game. I said, you mean the Cardinals game? And the Nationals are a lot of fun. The former Montreal Expos.
Yeah. The Cardinals ripped my heart out years ago when they were playing the Astros in the championship to go to the World Series. And Pujols jacked that home run. Like, oh. And I knew it too. I was like, do not pitch to this guy. Just walk him. Just don't give him anything. He's the one person that will win this game. And booyah, game over.
Yeah, so you were a big baseball player in college, right?
Yeah, many moons ago. Yeah, I played at Blinn College, a little junior college. And then I went to Tarleton State University, which is out in West Texas, another small school. We were okay. We actually, John, so there was a guy on my team, my college team, and he actually started in front of me. He was the starting third baseman. And what they would do is during the fall season, like during practice and all that, they would clock us throwing the ball from third base to first base and all that. So this guy was throwing like crazy fast from third to rockets. Just, And so our coach, Coach Allen, was like, Chad, you need to go pitch. Now, we're in college.
Exactly.
We're in college, by the way. So they took him to pitch. And I'm like, yes! Best thing ever happened to me. You know, just move the guy that was in front of me to go pitch. So he went to pitch, and he threw gas. Like, he would just throw, bam, right down the pipe, right? Yeah. Full speed, like just real fast. 94, 95 miles an hour, which was, back then, was a lot for us.
There's a lot.
So at the end of like our fall like camp, because there was like 100 kids trying to make the team as walk-ons and stuff. Mm-hmm. I remember we were all kind of sitting around, and they were reading off like a clipboard our scores, right? So they would score you like 1 to 5, you know, on each thing, throwing, fielding, hit, like a 5-tool player, right? So,
sure.
So anyway, for the pitchers, I wasn't a pitcher, but for the pitchers, they were reading off their like highest clocked velocity pitch. And so they were like, you know, so-and-so 82, so-and-so 86, so-and-so 84. Everyone was pretty much in the 80s, right? No one was popping 90s, right?
Yeah, right.
So then they're like, Chad, and they're like 96, 97, whatever it was. And we're like, what? And I was like, oh, yes. He is not coming back to third.
No.
He was throwing it. So anyway, he went on. And then during the season, I mean, we had scouts all the time out there to watch him pitch. Sure. You know, during the practices, during games. I mean, they were coming to watch him pitch. And then we played against TCU, and the pitcher for TCU was Nolan Ryan's son, Reed Ryan, who's now or was the president of the Astros, and he, which ironically also is Nolan Ryan's grandkids go to school at the same private school that my kids go to school. So I've been around Reese, the younger brother than Reed. So it's Reed and Reese. I've been around him a bunch of times. Super awesome guy. And a lot of people have seen Nolan. I haven't seen Nolan at school yet, but he comes to watch his grandkids. So anyway, we went to play against Reed Ryan at TCU, and the game was like 14-12 or something like that. It was a bunch of runs. We ripped Reed, and they ripped our pitcher Chad. So there were scouts everywhere. I mean, like, it was crazy, like just scouting all these kids. So anyway, he gets drafted. He goes to the pros. He got drafted for the Braves, you know, in the Braves organization. They drafted him. They made him a closer. So years later, I went to watch the Boston Red Sox, because he ended up pitching for Boston, against the Texas Rangers in Arlington, right? So me and my girlfriend at the time, now my wife, went to go watch them play because I wanted to go see Chad pitch, right? And I was just hoping he would pitch. So like we got seats like in the outfield, and I walked over to the bullpen because Juan Gonzalez had just hit a home run for the Rangers. And I was like, they're going to bring in Chad to pitch. I know it. He's a closer. So I went down there to the bullpen, which is in the outfield for the Rangers in Arlington Stadium. And I was watching him pitch, man, warming up, right? This is the kid on my baseball team, right? Cool. It's so surreal for me. And he looked bigger, you know, because it's been years. Of course, I was bigger too, but he looked a lot bigger. And there was like all kinds of fans around the bullpen. And I was just watching him, and I was just like, hey, and he saw me pitching. He was like, you know, just kind of giving me like the, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? And then another guy hit a home run, and there was fireworks from the Rangers and all that. And then they opened the gate for him to run out from center field or wherever, the left center, to go out into the mound to close the game, to win the game, you know, as a closer. So his name was Chad Fox. And he was a closer for Boston for a couple of years. And then he moved on. He played for Milwaukee, the Braves, the Cubs. But when he was running out onto the field, you know, it said Fox on the back of his jersey, and I was just watching him run out there, and I was like, that's so awesome.
When was he in Boston?
So it was like 90, that would be 99, somewhere around there, 99, 2000. Right
about the same year I got hit by Jose Canseco.
Jose Canseco was there, yeah. He was
smacked me with a foul ball in the forehead.
yeah. Jose Canseco was still around. Really? That's crazy.
Oh, it was nuts. I was sitting. My friend, one of my best friends from college, had seats like right square behind home plate, and man, Jose rips a tip foul like right straight back. It's coming. I'm watching it. It's surreal, man. It's coming like right at my head, and I'm going, I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't know what I'm going to. All of a sudden, it's getting closer. I try to catch it, then it smacks me in the forehead.
No way. Just like
somebody runs off with the ball.
He got hit in the forehead too when in the outfield. What about Roger Clemens? Were you a big fan of his?
Oh yeah, I liked Roger. Roger was good.
So there's a story with Roger Clemens that me and E. Brian Rose kind of share together. So he was making some posts on Facebook a while back about Roger Clemens. And I was like, hey man, when I was in Houston, we went in college. We went to go see Roger Clemens. He was signing autographs in the a store called Sports Authority.
Yeah.
But we went to like Chili's or something first because we were early, and there was a Porsche parked there with the license plate that said Rocket. Like, that's Roger Clemens' Porsche.
Who else would it be?
Yeah. So my roommate took his license plate, and at Tarleton. So he was like took his license plate, like stole it.
Oh boy!
And so like back at Tarleton, he had it on the wall, Rocket. Anyway, I told EBR that, I was like, hey man, I was telling the story, and he's like, so he said he like snuck in or broke into the parking lot where the baseball players like park their cars and all that.
Yeah.
He just really wanted to meet Roger Clemens. He had a Porsche. That was the same Porsche, or maybe he's in the Porsches. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's like, the Porsche. It was like, it's so.
I'm sure it must have. Who else would it be?
Yeah, pretty wild.
That's pretty funny.
So yeah, I like Boston. I like the Patriots and stuff. This is the longest Dr. Chris has been quiet in his life.
I'm just listening to this the love fest for.
It's a great sports town, Boston. I mean,
what's that?
It's a great sports town, and you got hockey, you got the Celtics.
Hockey.
Hey,
you got Harvard.
Hockey.
Well, I have great loyalty to any team from Buffalo, like the Buffalo Sabres, even though they're not.
I like the Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah.
I used to live there. Close enough.
I like the Buffalo Bills.
The Rochester Red Wings.
All right. I got a great story about the Red Wings.
Yeah.
We went, the very first guy I got to watch play a Red Wings game. It was the only minor league game I think he ever played, Cal Ripken Jr.
Yeah.
You want to watch a guy
You saw him?
I saw him play in the minors. It was the only game ever he played in the minors. I went this one night. I go to the Red Wings.
Wait, while he was in the pros?
No, before.
He was in the minors.
The last game
like you never missed the game. Yeah.
And I think he only played one game, and he shot right to the pros. But you want to see a guy that got on the field and just one player dominate the baseball field? Cal Ripken Jr. Holy cow. I mean, it's crazy.
He was born to play baseball.
That guy was an animal.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I won't forget it to this day. It was the most amazing game I've ever been to.
So another guy that played with me, he was big into baseball cards. And so we went to this baseball card show. This is early 90s in some hotel conference room in Houston. And he had all these great baseball cards on display. And I was thinking he was going to make like $50 that weekend or something that day. Oh, he had a Cal Ripken rookie card.
Oh, wow.
So there was people like going to the ATM to take out more cash.
I bet.
He had a bidding war going on. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Wow. Trying to get the Cal Ripken autograph. Cal Ripken autograph rookie card. Yeah.
He was an amazing player.
Yeah. It was pretty wild. That was fun watching that.
He's doing great charity work in Baltimore area.
Yes.
He built a stadium north of Baltimore. You go up to Bel Air, Maryland. There's a Cal Ripken stadium.
And how amazing was it when they had President Clinton on there, and then he hits a home run? Like, you know what I mean? Like during the World Series All-Star game. It was an All-Star game. Crank.
Yeah, he's a good player, man.
Yeah, wild.
Well, I think that here in San Diego, people, I think they have very low expectations for the Padres. So it's always about what team is visiting. It's like Mark Cuban with the Dallas Mavericks when he was advertising. He would always say, "Come see the world famous Lakers play your Dallas Mavericks."
That's funny.
Well, I'm shorter than you guys. I need to hire a chair so I can.
No, you just need to tilt.
I'm below you guys.
I get a phone book.
Camera down.
Phone book.
I'm below you guys. I'm short.
We're almost like, if I do this,
I'll pump up your chair.
we'll be like in a
I need a different camera arrangement here so I can be higher.
Gonna be higher?
Maybe a little.
So what's new? What's going on? So how do you guys know each other?
Through you.
Ah.
Yeah.
This all happened last week.
Because you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's
weird. Huh?
We were chatting under your Facebook Live.
Yeah.
That's weird. I went into the kitchen a minute ago, and I was like, my wife said, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I got I got 2 clients of mine that have like
Paduchak and Fogelman."
Yeah, I was like, "What this?" So I was gonna go. I didn't know that. So that's cool.
No, so you're like a marriage broker, you know.
Well,
the love.
Yeah,
well, that's cool. I was wondering.
Yeah, so we found out we had a lot in common from the Yeagley connection to we both come from Western New York, and he has a very familiar accent to me, which is that Western New York accent, which has been modified.
The one that
the flat A. Mine's a little more rounded because I've spent a lot of time in different parts of the country.
That accent where the lady at the Chinese restaurant tells me I talk funny.
You
the Chinese lady says he talks funny.
She always says, "Mr. John, you got funny accent."
You got funny accent, Mr. John.
Come on, you gotta be kidding me. When the lady at the Chinese restaurant tells you got a funny accent, I don't know what to say to that.
That's because you don't say "Patrick, wicked, awesome." You don't say that.
No, I don't usually use my Southie.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So can you talk like the Kennedys?
No.
That's a different part of Massachusetts.
That's like.
It's more like Hyannis.
Cape Hyannis kind of thing. Yeah, I haven't got that one. That's a different twang.
That's interesting.
Entirely. That's a different twang entirely. But the Southie thing I have kind of down.
The what?
The Southie thing I have kind of down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
There's definitely no denying you're from there.
Yeah.
To a Texan, that's really obvious.
To a certain extent. Like I have like a hybrid speech pattern, you know, but yeah, it's kind of similar. It's
like you're talking and then you hear it, and then you're talking, and then you hear it. So,
a little bit.
But the flat A, like cat and bottle.
Well, I'm in kind of a weird area. So my father-in-law was a Boston police officer, and all of my wife's cousins and family are down in Boston. Some of them, her birth family's in New Hampshire, so they're all New Hampshire people. And then we got Maine not too far away too. So and I'm in all those places. So I kind of pick up a weird hybrid accent because I kind of, you know, it's odd.
It still sounds mostly Western New York.
It is mostly Western New York, but occasionally I'll say something that's very Bostonian. So
I don't hear any accent from Dr. Harvard.
No,
it's probably because I've lived in Houston. And I've lived in other places. So I mean, when I was living in Texas, it was really funny. Within 2 weeks, I was saying y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all just rolled off of me like butter. And so
that sounds kind of Georgia. That's a little Georgian accent.
I spent a lot of time in Atlanta too. So
okay.
So that makes sense.
So it was y'all, and then by week 3, it was appreciate it, ma'am. I didn't even say I appreciate it. It was appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
But I never got around to I'm a fixin'.
I don't even say that.
Could not do it. I'm a fixin' to do this. I'm a fixin' to do that.
Yeah, no, never got fixed.
I don't even say that.
But Texans kind of talk between the teeth sometimes like this. So those are West Texas.
Sometimes,
because I think they're afraid of the dust getting in their mouth.
That's possible.
That's my observation.
It's kind of down there.
That's funny. Yeah, Texas. It's interesting because there's accents like in different parts of Texas.
Oh yeah. El Paso versus Beaumont.
Right, exactly.
Big.
East Texas, very like hick.
Like Mississippi, Alabama.
Yeah. It's very, very different.
I was surprised how tall the trees were in East Texas. One time, my sister needed to drive her car up to New York, and so we left San Antonio and we're going through Beaumont, East Texas, working our way up. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm in like the deep woods. It was like Pacific Northwest or something. I just didn't think I was still in Texas.
Yeah, that's the Piney Woods.
Wow.
Sam Rayburn Forest and all that. Heck yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean, it was just crazy.
Yeah. Sam Rayburn Lake, Jasper, Beaumont, that whole area over there is very thick pine trees.
It was incredible. I had no idea where are we?
I know. I got to visit Texas someday with my big rig.
With your big rig?
Not even have an 18-wheeler. You've got a
32-foot bus.
Wow.
Well, Texas is interesting. I live outside of Austin, so Austin is a very booming city right now.
I love Austin.
Austin's fun. Austin's very diverse. It's very It's live music capital of the world. So a lot of music. It's a lot of.
It's very cosmopolitan. I mean, there's people from everywhere.
Well, the great thing about Austin is you got people. It's a melting pot. You got people from all over the place, everywhere. You name it, they're here. And yet there's a culture about Austin that's like just accepting of everybody. Like as soon as you're here, it's like, yeah, that's cool. You're here, welcome. It's really neat.
One of my friends used to refer to Austin as the San Francisco of Texas.
Yeah, that's true too.
Mainly because there were so many different people there too, and it tended to be a little more on the left side of center. But it was always interesting to me because when I was living in Houston, I could not wait to get out of Houston. So I would head to the hill country all the time. I'd go north of San Antonio and up into Austin because it just seemed more comfortable to me than living in Houston.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Houston's terrible.
But my niece is now living in Houston. She's working for the Houston Symphony. She was working for the Houston before, but she's working for the Houston Symphony in development, getting more money in from those wealthy donors.
Well, there's a rich. So Houston's great to visit. Yeah. That's great to go for things like that, the arts, the food. I mean, there's a lot of wealth there. There's a lot to do. I mean, there's a lot of really good things about Houston for sure. Yeah. I mean, I love the Astros and all that, but to live there, man, it's hard. But Austin's beautiful. Yeah. It's easy, except for the traffic, but it's easy. It's beautiful. The people are great. I don't know. So it's better to live here and visit there than to live there and visit here.
Yeah, it was. I had wished I'd landed the other way, but I was actually selling pharmaceuticals in Houston back then in the early '80s. So I used to say I was peddling potions, lotions, and drugs, but doing it legally.
Yeah,
nice.
There you go.
Yeah, the company car, the whole thing. So.
The company car. I got a cruise, guys. I got to take off. The wife is texting me, but
we got to
hanging out. Hey, you're two awesome guys, and this is really good to see you guys doing this. I was wondering how you hooked up. I was going to come on here and say man, you guys are a great team. Like I know both of you individually, very, very similar. Like a vibration, or I don't know.
There is a similar energy. I think
energy.
It's a product primarily of Western New York, I think.
Yeah. Well, you're good people, and that's awesome. So how do I get out of here?
We can boot you out.
Oh, I see. Leave studio right here. Leave studio.
Yeah. Leave studio.
All right, guys. Love both of you, man. Good luck with everything. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
That was fun.
Yeah, look at that. Jeez,
the matchmaker who brought us together.
I know.
Live.
How cool was that? He stayed a while too.
He did. I was surprised. I think it's because you got him talking about the Astros and sports. I did say you used to play baseball, and that's what you take to. And then he took off. I love the story about the third baseman who was so fast they moved him to pitcher.
Yeah, that's funny. That does happen quite a bit.
That was great.
So, somebody came back, but that's all right. We're gonna get going.
Yeah, we got to go.
We've been here plenty long enough.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, this has been a long one. This is a long one.
This is the longest one.
We promised to make them shorter, but that was just having somebody as awesome as Eric just made.
I know. So that's where we're at. All right. I'm gonna end
tomorrow sometime.
Yeah, tomorrow. Drinks. Bring your own drink. Your own bottle.
What time is the drink though?
I don't know. It's 5 o'clock.
5 your time?
I don't know.
That means I'm drinking at 2 Pacific.
That's a little early. All right, we'll do it later.
We'll see.
We'll drink later. Maybe around this time.
Later, people.
See ya.
Bye.